Hi, I'm Christina and welcome to my channel ChriskaYoga. Today we will be doing a short restorative yoga class for rejuvenation, springtime if you will, starting anew, all that fun stuff. This class was created to kind of bring yourself back to life. So if you're feeling overtired, kind of like you're ready to bloom into spring, then this one is a great one to do. I very much enjoyed doing it myself, so I hope that you enjoy it as well. So this class that I'm sharing on YouTube is the abbreviated version of the hour-long restorative class for the same purpose. So I'll be sharing the full 1 hour version of this class with my members. And it's a really, really great class, and I am so excited to share it with them. If you have not yet signed up for my yoga membership site, I really hope you check it out. It's called My Yoga Habit. Lots of exciting things coming up, including live chats coming up this month. If you're on my email list, you have a special little discount that I shared with you for being a part of my email list. Definitely get involved, take advantage of this membership. Lots of cool stuff. It's a great group so far, and you'll get the full version of this class and so many more classes. 2 more classes coming up after this month. Check it out, link in the description, link in the card section of this video as well. Also, just so you know, this class does require props, and I will list all the props that I used right here. And you can substitute the props if you don't have them, and all the substitutions are listed in the description box below this video. Before we get started, if you aren't yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It is free to subscribe on YouTube. I would love to have you as a part of this YouTube community. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to know every time I upload a new yoga class, which is once a week. So if you're ready, let's get started. So we're gonna have a seat. Cross your shins. Flex your feet under your knees, sit up tall on the 2 sits bones at the bottom of your pelvis, and then take your strap. We're going to loop the strap so that there is a loop that is the same distance as your shoulders. If you're using a yoga strap, follow these instructions. If not, you might have to do a makeshift tying a knot and kind of adjusting as you go if you're using a belt or a strap, another type of strap substitute. But anyway, I have my yoga strap here. Taking the end of the strap, placing it in the 2 buckles, the 2 metal buckles. Then I'm pulling it through, and then I'm taking the end of the strap and pulling it back through just one of the metal loops. And then I can tighten it. Pulling the end of the strap and tightening your loop. And then you're going to measure the distance of your shoulders. So you can put your arms through it. I have fairly wide shoulders, so this works for me. So once you have your loop that is shoulders distance, we're going to do some side bending. So place the thumb in the strap, the thumbs, and then you're going to, on an inhale, lift your arms up. Your arms are raised, your whole side body on both of your sides are lengthened. You're sitting evenly on your sits bones at the bottom of your pelvis on the floor. And then from here, take another inhale, lengthen up. And on your exhale, tilt over to the left. Keep that right hip on the floor as you tilt to the left, stretching the whole right side body. And on another inhale, lift back up. We'll take that on the other side. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, tilt over to the right. Keeping the left hip on the floor, lengthen the left side of your body. Your arms are still energized. And come back up. We'll repeat that on both sides. So take an inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, tilt over to the left. Stretching the right side of your body. Breathing here. Inhale, come back up. And switch to the other side. Lengthen your body as you tilt over to the right. And slowly come back up. Release your hands from the strap And from here, set your strap down. You can put it on the side for now. We'll come back to it in just a moment. And we're going to take your hands, place them behind you on the fingertips. So your hands are like little teepees behind you. The backs of your hands are facing behind you. Palms are facing forward. We're going to take an inhale. Use your hands on the ground to press yourself up, lengthen up. And then from here, we're going to open the chest up towards the ceiling. Reaching the heart center up, looking up, open the shoulders wide. Hold here for a moment and feel your shoulders lengthening apart. So they're going in opposing directions away from each other, opening the chest. And slowly release out of your arch and bring your arms back in front of you. And then we're going to give ourselves a hug. So on an inhale, bring your arms out to the side. And then cross your right arm under your left and then bring your hands to wrap around near your shoulder blades. I guess this depends on the length of your arms, but for me, I can reach all the way to my shoulder blades. So wherever you can reach, just they're going in that direction. You're giving yourself a hug, opening the chest or the shoulders behind you, the upper back area. So just hold here for a moment. Really try and bring those fingertips together. So they're not going to touch each other unless you have extremely long arms, but try and touch your fingertips behind you as much as you can or as far as you can. So hold here for one more moment. And then release yourself from the hug, and we'll take that on the other side. We can also now uncross our shins and switch the cross of your shins. So crossing the opposite leg you had in front, flex your feet under your knees once again and sit up tall, adjust yourself. And then this side we're going to place the arms out to the side and then bring the left arm under the right this time. And just hold here as you hug yourself. Try and touch your fingertips together or bringing them together energetically as much as you can. They won't actually touch. Breathe here for a moment. And release your hands from your hug. From here, we are going to set our strap off to the side. We won't be using it anymore for this class. And then we're going to come to lying down on the back for our first restorative pose of the class. For this, we'll be using a block, one yoga block. If you have a cork yoga block, I recommend maybe trying a pillow instead or a bolster, maybe a folded blanket instead. I'm using a foam yoga block because it's a little bit softer, but find what works best for you in this moment. I will show you the pose and then you can evaluate and decide what you'd like to use. So I have my block here. I'll set it off to the side for a moment. Come to lying flat on my back with my knees bent, feet flat on the floor, knees bent, heels in towards the hips. And then I'm going to take my block, lifting my hips up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to place the block right underneath my sacrum. So your sacrum is that disc-shaped bone all the way at the bottom of your spine. It's what holds the pelvic bones together behind you at the spine. Place the block right underneath the sacrum here, and then this is where we're going to remain for quite a few deep breaths. Once again, if this is uncomfortable for your spine, I recommend removing the block or whatever you're using, trying something a bit softer so you can use maybe a couch pillow, a bed pillow even, although that might be too soft. Just play around with it, see what works best for you. So we're here. Keep the knees pointed up towards the ceiling, and then you can place your hands down by your sides, palms facing up. And look up towards the ceiling. So you want to be facing the ceiling. Once you're settled, close your eyes. Begin to deepen your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. Quiet the mind by focusing your attention on your breath. Taking note of how the breath feels as it's moving in and out of your body. And throughout this process, just if another thought comes into your mind, that's totally normal. Just acknowledge the thought and then gently set it to the side. And remain here. Bring some slight motion back into your body, gently moving your hands. Engage your abdominal muscles, so squeeze your abdominals. And as you do this, lift your hips off the block and gently set the block off to the side. From here, we're going to grab our yoga blanket. I'll sit up so that we can set the blanket up. So you have your blanket here. I'm folding mine in a square shape, placing the square down so I can roll the blanket. I think this is too thick to be honest. So I'm going to make it into a rectangle and then roll the blanket. And you can play with the height of your roll depending on your comfort level. We're going to be placing this roll. I'll turn this way. So with restorative yoga, with all these props that we use, we have to play around with it sometimes and see what works best. So I'm gonna have a small-ish height of my roll here. And then what I'm going to do is lie down on top of it and place the roll. So you're laying on top of the roll. For the ladies, it's right at the bra line. So where the back of your bra is, that's where you want to place the roll. For the men, if you don't really know, imagine you're wearing a bra and imagine that's where it would be. It's right underneath your shoulder blades. So the little bones at the back of your shoulder, the tips of it, it's right underneath that line. So you're here. Once you find your, I need to move this. Okay, so once you find your position, bring your arms to a cactus shape. So that means bend your arms up, palms are facing the ceiling. And from here, I'm going to straighten my legs. You can leave your legs bent as they were if you have low back sensitivity. But if this is comfortable for you, straighten your legs, relax your feet, relax your legs completely. And once you find your comfortable position here, once again, look up towards the ceiling, close your eyes. And just as we did in the previous pose, begin to focus on your breathing. You can try something else. If the last pose you focused on the pathway of the breath, maybe this time you can try focusing on the way your belly rises and falls as you breathe, or you can count your breath. You can count backwards from 10 and then repeat. Whatever helps you to focus on the breathing. Try something new. See what works best for you in this moment. Every moment is different. Every time we come back to a pose, it's different. So try something else, or try something you've done before and you liked, and just remain here. From here, bring some slight motion back into your body. Once again, moving your hands and your feet gently, your arms and your legs. Bring your arms back in towards your body and then engage your abdominals as you roll over to the right. You want to gently roll off of the roll. And be sure that you're really engaging those abdominal muscles to activate the opposite muscles that we were just stretching here. So the abdominals support the back muscles support the abdominals because they are opposing each other on opposite sides of your body, the front and the back. So when we feel sometimes a deep stretch in one area, it's good to engage the muscles in the other area for support, to prevent things like spasms and all that fun stuff that might happen. So that's why whenever I do a back bend or a deeper back bend, I like to engage the abdominal muscles directly afterwards. So anyway, side note, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my yoga blanket in the square shape and then roll it into quite a thick log shape. Then I'm going to take that roll, place it underneath the knees, relax the feet, and gently lower myself down onto the yoga mat on the ground. Then from there, I have my bolster here, so it's quite weighted. And then I'm going to take the bolster and place it right on top of my pelvis. Gently press the bolster into your pelvis. This calms the body and the nervous system down and allows us to just relax a little bit deeper. So whatever you have, if you want to use a blanket instead of a bolster on your pelvis, it's up to you. Find whatever works. And then once you're settled, bring your hands down by your sides, turn your palms up towards the ceiling, close your eyes, begin to deepen your breath once again, breathing through the nose, and remain here in your Shavasana. Bring some slight motion back into your limbs, into your hands and your feet. When you're ready, remove the bolster from your pelvis, set it off to the side. Gently roll yourself off of the blanket. Stay on the right side of your body with your knees bent. Your arm underneath your head for support. Use your hands to help you come up to a seated position. Cross your shins. Flex your feet under your knees. Bring your hands to your legs. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take a moment once again to say thank you to yourself. Have a moment of gratitude for taking the time out of your busy life to practice yoga, to do what you need to do to be healthy, to relax yourself, to take care of yourself. And just say thank you to you. And bring your hands to meet at the center of your chest. Bow your head to your fingertips. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, hit the like button down below the video. It would really help me out and help the channel to grow and reach more people. Leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of the class, how you're feeling now. I always love to hear from you. I always reply, so definitely leave me a comment letting me know how you're doing. Once again, if you would like the full version of that class, the full 1 hour relaxing, rejuvenating class that I created, definitely join my membership site. It's called My Yoga Habit. You'll be getting lots and lots of full-length classes every single month, along with access to over 30 extra classes that are always available for members. As long as you are a member, you have lifetime access to those guided meditations, live group calls with me, and I'll be checking in with you guys personally, so definitely it's worth it. Please join us. Great group on there so far. I'll leave the link in the description box below, and once again it's in the cards here on the screen in that little eye. If you aren't yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, definitely hit the subscribe button down below the video as well. Hit the bell next to it to be notified about new yoga classes coming up every week. It's free to subscribe on YouTube, and I'd love to have you as a part of the YouTube community as well. For even more yoga resources, even more yoga from me, check out my website, ChriskaYoga.com, and don't forget to also follow me over on Instagram at ChriskaYoga for yoga motivation, inspiration, updates, behind the scenes of this channel, on the Insta story, so much more. All the links to everything that I mentioned are listed in the description box below this video. Thank you so much. See you next time.